Hello, everybody. This is J.R. Arsenault. Thank you for enjoying the journey with me. Today we have Justin Benton, and we're talking about something maybe some of you know about, maybe some don't. It's a phenomenon called ClubHouse, and you're going to see a lot more of it. But right now, let's enjoy the journey. Well, hey, Justin, how are you?
What's going on, JR? How are you? I'm doing great.
Good. Justin's a friend of mine in the Grow Live Academy, and we're live broadcasters, and he's somebody that you can contact him via his connection down below his name, www.101hemp.org. Justin is a brilliant entrepreneur that does CBD oil. Nothing to get high with, just something to feel good with. It's a whole body feel good juice. Is that Absolutely. A good way to put it?
Yeah, we always say if you want to get high, go find some of that high THC plant and heat it. If you want to get healthy, go find some of that high CBD cannabis plant and eat it. And this is what basically our products are made, just like freshly squeezed orange juice. So yeah, love the fact of having me on. I know a lot of people have questions about cannabis and hemp and CBD, and a lot of people have questions about ClubHouse and what's it all about?
Well, Justin is the self-proclaimed ClubHouse Wizard, and thank God he's not in his little outfit, which is so cool. He's got a wizard outfit that he does little spots on Facebook, and although I was kind of thinking you might do anyway. Never mind.
Had I thought about it, I was one of those mornings. I would have brought the hat and done it all up.
I'm sure, but the thing about it is, ClubHouse. It's a phenomenon. It's something that's growing like a weed. Important note: if you don't have an iPhone, you can't get on right yet. They're still in a beta, and you need an invitation. But I'll let Justin fill you in because he's forgotten more than I know right now about the whole thing, although I've been on for a while.
Yeah, well, and I mean, ClubHouse is just, we all kind of have these preconceived ideas of what social media is. And, most people think of like Facebook. And, it's this place where, Facebook made a big splash, and it's where we kind of got connected with old high school friends that we had moved away from, or people that we just had, kind of grown out of touch with. And then it kind of brought us all back together like a 50-year reunion or a 25-year reunion. And it had its advantages and disadvantages of, because naturally sometimes we just kind of, grow apart or we meet people at certain stages of our lives. And so, Facebook obviously had some divisive things that happened, and there was obviously the capitalization of ads and all of those types of things where, in the beginning, Facebook was a little bit different, and then it became a whole nother animal. And so a lot of people have seen like the movie Social Dilemma, and they've started to see how all this information is being collected and sold and reused and just kind of turned people off of social media. And then all of a sudden, as we've been through this, last 2020 and everything that we've been through, people were just dying for, human connection and collaboration and hanging out and seeing each other. And lo and behold, right around the end of 2020, around Christmas, ClubHouse started to grab some momentum. And what had happened was, some folks up there in Silicon Valley had basically made it, and a bunch of tech guys were hanging out using it. And it really didn't hit popularity until the digital marketers of the world, like the Joe Sotos and the Ty Lopez's and the Russell Brunsons and the Gary Vaynerchuks, when they all started showing up, then all of a sudden there became a lot of buzz. And then actually Joe Soto is the one that got me into ClubHouse. And it was amazing because, first of all, it was Christmas time and all of us were at home. Because of 2020, all of us were at home and we were just missing connections. And it all of a sudden allowed us to start finding rooms and talking about things and having these long, authentic conversations just with the sound of our voice. So there's no video, and right, so there's no Zoom. You didn't have to put on any makeup or get a shower or put on even pants for that matter. You could just have your phone, kind of like an old, party line in the 80s. And the crazy thing is that it rolled back technology. But these conversations that we were having with people till 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning were so in depth, and people were forming real conversations and real relationships based on this platform, and communities and families and business opportunities all grew from it. So I've only been on less than 2 months, and so I'm coming up on 2 months. It was December 28th that I joined. And I have made more friends and communities built and helped serve my mission at 101 Hemp more than anything that I've ever come across. I think there's been 3 major shifts in social media. And I wouldn't call Clubhouse social media, I'd call it social networking. So the first main one was Google. When Google came around, before that, you had to actually remember the URL and type it in. The second big game changer was YouTube. When YouTube came in and we could start to learn how to change our own oil or not get taken by Jiffy Lube to change your own air filter for $7. And so then that was huge, right? We were starting to self-teach ourselves how to do things. Clubhouse is the next one. For this time in this space, it allows us to collaborate, to find like-minded individuals. And a lot of people need to join like masterminds to have these networks, to have these people that are operating at a higher level and have access to information that you just don't have access to unless you joined a mastermind that costs $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a year. And then all of a sudden we're getting on Clubhouse and people are sharing this information that you have to be joined, that you only could have gotten if you bought a course or you joined a mastermind. So there was an access. It's free. And then our friend,
amazing, this stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's like any other social media where or anything where you kind of got to plow through the BS to get the gems. Yep. And there's some rooms that are great. There's like little rooms you go into with themes, and some you just kind of go by because even the titles are kind of giveaways that it's not going to be valuable to me. But others, I mean, I was talking to Justin earlier. We were talking about different people that were on Clubhouse. And I mean, it's like Elon Musk had a room last week and it blew out. I mean, there was 10,000 people in 2 rooms.
41 rooms. 41 rooms of 5,000. It was 200,000 people. Yeah. It was insane.
It really was insane. And Guy Kawasaki was on, and he had 5,000 on. He was the marketing genius behind Apple when Steve Jobs was there, and just on and on. A lot of the people that we know, that we have a relationship with, the Joe Sotos and the Joe Ingrams, they're on, and you can ask questions, and you can be invited up and talk to people that charge thousands of dollars an hour to consult with. It's great. Anyway, I thought I'd rave there for a second or two. My unabridged endorsement. And Justin is a very humble guy. Justin has about 4,000 followers now or something?
Something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Putting in my work.
Yeah, but he's working on it, and it's like he said, it's a networking thing. He's selling a valuable product. He's got probably the most potent. I can't use the word potent because when I say CBD, people think they're going to be wanting to drink something sweet and having potato chips with dip or something after, but he's got a product, and not only that, but he's got something that he's investigated and he's produced. And there's a lot of people like that are, if you've got a product that you want to sell, or if you want to learn about something, I would highly recommend Clubhouse to get on. It is amazing. And by the way, who do we have on but Ken Walls himself? I love
Mr.
it.
Grow Live Academy, Ken Walls.
Grow Live. How you doing, Ken? Anyway, we are in an infant period where we're crawling in Clubhouse right now. It hasn't been released yet. If you want to get on, you have to know somebody like Justin or myself. And we're going to consider whether we give you the invite or not, because one strike and you're out, and it comes back on us too. So it's kind of they're not messing around with Clubhouse.
Well, the thing I love, and that's one of the things I love about Clubhouse, is a no troll policy. So that was part of what turned people off with Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and other traditional, social media platforms, is that there was all this divisiveness and all this, hate speech and all of this crazy talk that was on there. On Clubhouse, if you are divisive, if you are disruptive, if you have hate speech, if you are any of those kinds of things, you get reported. And if you're reported and it's verified that you are being a troll, they kick you off the platform for life. So it's a place of authenticity. It's a place of genuine conversations, of being respectful, of listening, of having a positive conversation. And that's one of the things that I love most about it. And if anybody does want to get in Clubhouse, the simplest thing to do is get in the iPhone contacts of someone who's in, like myself. Feel free to reach out to me. On Instagram is a really good place. Justin, the number 4 hemp, and reach out to me, and I'll put you in my shoot me a DM, and I'll put you in my contacts. I've gotten dozens of people on that way. The other thing you have to do is make sure that you have an Apple product, whether it's an iPad or an iPhone. This is a beta stage of the of Clubhouse. So they are working on an Android version, probably the next 3 to 6 months. But you do need to have an Apple product. I know a lot of people have gone out and got Apple products just so they could get on Clubhouse. So make sure that you're doing that as well. And then the other way to get in is if you know people that have extra invites, and you could ask around. And I just, if you're looking for that next level thing and you really have something to say, or you really want to learn and you're focused, I don't think, or there's a network of people that you want to get close to, I don't think there's a better thing on the planet Earth. In fact, I know there isn't, than Clubhouse. So I couldn't say enough good things. And if you go to my Instagram, Justin, the number 4 hemp, you'll see every week at Sunday morning, the founders of Clubhouse get together and they tell you everything that's happened in the last week and everything that's going on in the next 2 weeks for Clubhouse, because there's so much going on. There's only 9 employees, 2 founders. There's Paul Davidson and Rohan Seth, and they can only plan out 2 weeks at a time because so much is going on Clubhouse that if they planned out any further, it wouldn't matter because so much is changing. I know that, we talked about Elon Musk is coming on, Kanye West is coming on, Joe Rogan just came on last week and blew the whole thing out of the water. Mark Zuckerberg was on this week as well. So people are really starting to get that what this Clubhouse thing is all about. And I can't say enough good things. Feel free to, if you are on Clubhouse, it's just my name, Justin Benton, reach out to me. I'll be going live on Clubhouse in 47 minutes. I have a call that we get all of our brand ambassadors and answer all those questions about CBD. So feel free to find me there. And if I can help you with any tips or tricks with your bio and things like that, I'd love to help.
The thing that's cool about Clubhouse, well, there's several, and one is the themes. Justin is very pigeonholed on. I know that has a negative connotation. I should have come up with a better term, but he's got a very specific product of wellness. Myself, I've got some specific products as far as photography goes. And you can create, like Justin has created some of his own rooms and invited other people to moderate with him. And you can follow him. That's one of the features of it. And then anytime he comes on, I get a notice with certain people like Justin that they're coming on, or that they're on, or they might be on, and I get invited into the room. Why am I saying this? Because as a photographer, I go in, and I've gone into several rooms where the people that wrote the software that I'm using are there, and I can ask those people directly. It's not some email when I get 48 hours later. I'm talking to the dude that wrote the thing, and he's giving me answers back. And that's amazing. That's YouTube to the next power times 10, because it's real time, and you're getting to get a personal relationship with the people that are there, that are important to you, whatever it is in your business or field or whatever. If you do scrapbooking, you could start a scrapbooking room and get other people, like-minded people in. Whatever you're interested in, if it's valuable, it's either there or it needs you to make it there. That's my little
it's
pitch.
incredible. It's worth checking out. I mean, I'll promise you this: it's unlike any other social platform, social networking platform you've ever been on. And I only believe that this time is Camelot right now for Clubhouse, because as Android users come on, as more and more people come on, as more and more people start to monetize it, just like they did with other social media, social networking platforms, it's going to change. But right now, it's beautiful, it's authentic, it's real conversations. If you really want to become an expert in a certain field, you just come on, take good notes, and not like our friend Joe Ingram in the Clubhouse Journal, take great notes and then take action. I know you have a copy of that Clubhouse Journal handy. One of the things in the pages in there says you take all the great notes and all the great websites, but it also says what actions am I going to take? Because a lot of us entrepreneurs, we have this shiny object syndrome where we just keep doing things and we keep confusing activity with accomplishment. And then at the end of the day, if you didn't do anything, if you just learned something, you didn't put it into place, you didn't check that box. So make sure you're doing at least one thing, putting at least one thing you've learned into process every day. And just imagine how far you can be when you're doing that day after day, just doing one thing. Just do one thing a day. So take all of that incredible insight and expertise and connections and networking that you're doing with this incredible platform, Clubhouse, and do something with it. One thing a day.
The caveat I'll say is when you first get on it, it's like finding out about red licorice. You can't get enough. I remember one weekend in December, Justin was on whatever it was, 14 hours or something like that. It's a long time. And but when you get in these rooms and you get in these discussions with these brilliant people, I mean, not a single brilliant person, but you might have you have a Glenn Morshower and a Ken Walls and a Jay Nolan, and there's 7 or 8 people up on stage, and they're bouncing off each other like billiard balls after you break a rack. And it's just amazing, some of the brilliant stuff, and they're learning from each other. Again, I'm in a portrait room with headshots, and there's somebody who, I mean, he's someone that I admire. He's got a $10,000 sitting. He does billionaires and movie stars. And yet some people were telling him, hey, you're missing out because you don't have this $6,500 prestige piece. And he's going and he's taking note. The master is taking notes. That's the great thing about Clubhouse, is there is nobody there that has all the knowledge. And there's this, with some of them anyway, some people are quite interesting when they get in front of a camera, present company included right here. You got to sift a little bit. I'll just leave it at that. Like anything in life, there's some good stuff and then there's some filler. But you find out, if there's something with Glenn Morshower, I'm going to be in that room, for example, because I know my time is going to be well spent.
Glenn, I knew when Glenn was going to get on, because I think Ken and I were talking a little bit and about Clubhouse, and I think I was introducing Clubhouse to Ken, as I recall. And I remember talking to Ken, and I was like, dude, Glenn Morshower is going to blow up, because Glenn has such amazing wisdom, and he's been teaching the extra mile for over 35 years, and just about manifestation and about just giving yourself clarity and looking for the positive and reframing, like the difference between the pursuit of dinner and having dinner, just like taking those things and applying it to your life. And I've learned so much from Glenn and applied it, and I've got to host many rooms with Glenn, and I'll get to host a whole bunch more too with Ken and Glenn. And it's amazing. I mean, for those of you that are really looking to go to the next level, and you feel it in your heart and you feel it in your soul, and you want to, there's more to life than what you're currently doing. There's a better version of you that is aspiring to come out. I don't know. There's two ways that I know how to do it. One, join a $100,000 mastermind. If you got the check, write it, cut it. That'll get it there. Or two, join Clubhouse and be very intentional. Use our friend's Clubhouse journal book and understand why you're going there and implement the things that you learn. Those are the two fast track ways that I know how to do it.
And the thing with 100,000 is great. You've got a smaller audience, but you've only got one or maybe one and a guest. With this, there's all kind of people that show up that it's an amazing phenomenon. Like I keep raving about.
Yep, and take advantage of it because like I said, 6 months from now, things could change. And things will change in 6 months as the world starts to open back up, as we start to travel more, as we start to go to concerts and maybe go out to dinner more often, and all of those things that kind of become more regular, that this community where we're all kind of huddled around at home and don't really have much else to do will be gone. And I believe Clubhouse will change, and it will continue to have the opportunity because look, there was MySpace before Facebook. Clubhouse has its opportunity right now to capitalize, and right now it's white hot. It got a $100 million investment. There's 180 investors. Andrew Chen's the lead investor. They've been valued at over $1 billion. These guys have the money. They've been doing this for 10 years. They've been working on apps, and this one struck gold. And so I believe in their heart. I listen to Paul every Sunday, and he sits there and he has a positive image and he has a positive vision and he's a good guy, and they really are thoughtful about putting this together. So I believe Clubhouse, like I said, is going to be the next Google, the next YouTube. I believe Clubhouse is going to be able to be positive and form communities. They're going to be able to have clubs where you can go and watch concerts, and you can go to, Grant Cardone has his own. He's going to have a $97 10X event there. Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk and Russell Brunson and all these guys are going to have their shows on Clubhouse. So it's just going to be another platform for us to communicate and to collaborate. But I'm saying right now is the time that take full advantage of it, because it isn't going to be free forever on Clubhouse. And we're not going to have this moment in time where we're having these genuine conversations as more and more people come in, and then there's more and more monetization that comes in. It's just not going to be what it is. So if you're sitting on the fence and you think you know what it is, you don't know what it is. Get in there right now. We can help you get in there. And come and tell us after a week. My favorite thing is watching new people get into Clubhouse, and they're like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is the most amazing thing. I've been up for 5 days straight. And it's just fun to watch everyone get so excited in the beginning. So that's one of my favorite things, is watching new people get in, because you've never seen anything like this before. And I just look forward to seeing everybody in there in Clubhouse. And if there's anything I can do to help, you know where to find me.
You need some Death Wish coffee the first week, though, to wake you up, because that's the only caveat downside is you ain't going to be spending a whole lot of time sleeping, because Clubhouse is a 20 or yeah.
Get some boost. Or get Jeffrey's sales boost. Jeffrey and I came out with a sales boost CBG product. But yes, you're going to need some caffeine. I have stayed up later since I joined Clubhouse in the last 2 months than I have in the last 20 years. I mean, I've seen the sun come up. It's been insane, because the conversations and the depth of the conversations are so real, and you're learning so much, and you're forming these incredible, genuine relationships that you just can't go to sleep.
Well, it's a 24-hour phenomenon, number one, because people from around the world are tuning in various times. I've got a group of people right now that it's late at night from England. And how else would I know these London photographers? I'm going to have somebody on my show in a couple of weeks who is from Amsterdam. And all she's done is she's used her whole photography career, 6 years, is with an iPhone. Tim Cook took her to lunch when he went to Europe last time. She had an iPhone 12 that they gave her early on. They gave her a Pro Max early before the release to see her feeling about it. And here I am in some room, and she shows up, and I'm like, oh my God. So I follow her. I Instagram her. That's how you do things. If you don't have a robust Instagram platform, like I didn't, because I've got other ways I did things. So I'm sort of backfilling that right now. You need that. But the bottom line is, there's an example of, if you like somebody, you just reach out And there are, I guess, I haven't used the private chat rooms function or whatever yet. There's that. But there's so many ways to get what you want without any cost, just a time investment. There's no money investment whatsoever at this point, which is amazing.
Yeah, and it'll always be free. But the clubs of the people who own the clubs will be able to monetize, and then there's going to be an on-payment availability where you can tip people or pay on the actual clubhouse themselves. So those things are coming. Like I said, it's free now. It's beautiful now. Now is the time to do it. And you do want to get your Instagram, spiffed up, because that's how we all communicate on Clubhouse, because you can link your Instagram directly on your bio page. So we use the direct messages on Instagram to communicate while we're on Clubhouse, because it's a passive app. You don't have to just be on Clubhouse. You can be doing 10 other things. And we all kind of go back and forth and get to know each other through our Instagram profiles and through DMs on Instagram. So make sure you're doing that. Another free app is called Linktree. You can make sure that your profile link on Instagram has a Linktree link to it, but you can put multiple buttons on there. So when someone clicks on your profile link on your Instagram, they see your 3 or 4 different offers. So they can say, like, for me, it's like you go to my Instagram and you click on my link tree, and one of them is free CBD oil. So you click on that button and you get free CBD sent to your house for you to try and see what it's all about. Another one on there is you click on it. If you're a health professional, we give you a case of the product for free to try and have your patients try and see the power of the raw hemp oil for you. We also have another button on there that you can enter to win a $500 gift card that we do every month at the beginning of the month, and that's coming up. So you just would have a link tree that would take them to specific buttons, which could be your funnels. So, I mean, again, for those of us that understand how this all works, and we want to, make sure people are being able to take advantage of these stories and these offers and these things that we have, that's what you need to do, is make sure that you've got your link on your bio link tree, and it's free. So just set it up. And if you want, go look at mine and you'll see how I did it.
It's amazing. And again, we are just scratching the surface on this. It's something you'll need to investigate. If you want to grow and expand. If you don't, then you're probably not watching this video right now. But the little bit I've done with it, it's been remarkable. And there are people like Justin that are sort of pioneers in this, that have gone in full hog. Can I say that?
Full throttle, you bet.
Full throttle. That's it. And not asking for any metrics, but I know he's grown his business and his influence tremendously, because Justin's not the kind of guy that's going to invest time in something that's going to be a dead end.
Correct. I mean, we've sent out over 2,500 products in the 2 months that I've been on Clubhouse. And wow. So that's been an amazing, and we're obviously here to heal the world. We give out our products for free for families affected by autism and any other severe chronic illness. And so I've sent products for free all over the world for cancer patients, for families affected by autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. I've also sent, large bundles of products to doctors and healthcare practitioners that are here to heal people. And that's all because of Clubhouse. Now, I've done that before, but Clubhouse gave me a stage and where I could just tell our story of how this miracle plant helped our son clear the fog for his severe autism diagnosis. And our gift is to pay it forward. And so Clubhouse lets me talk. Facebook doesn't let me talk. Facebook bans accounts and shuts things down and anything like that. Clubhouse is the wild, wild west. You just show up with a phone and start talking, start hopping into rooms and telling your story and sharing what your mission's all about. I see down there too, Sandy, as far as the link tree goes, you have the link tree in your Instagram. And so your Instagram is connected to your bio in your Clubhouse. So make sure that you're using Linktree on your Instagram, and people will naturally, when they go through your bio on Clubhouse, they'll see your Instagram, they'll click on it, it'll take them to the Instagram, and then that Linktree link is sitting there in their bio. But again, Clubhouse has been an absolute game changer for us, like nothing I've ever could have dreamed of for us as far as having impact and people juicing hemp plants. That's essentially what our products are. It's just like freshly squeezed orange juice. So I just encourage everybody, go check out Clubhouse and, hit me up on there, follow me, and see for yourself what it's all about. The proof, as they say, is in the pudding.
Justin, you got to get a little more enthusiastic about life, bro.
That's right. Boost, baby, boost. Blackberry cobbler. Woo! Like Ric Flair.
I'll catch you in a little bit.
All right. Thanks for having me on, JR. I really appreciate it.
Well, what a dynamo. Justin Benton, you've got his information. You can contact him. You can leave your message on please comment, please share, please subscribe. We're looking to do some different things here. It's, as you can tell if you're following me, it's not a single theme that I'm pursuing. The theme is you and expanding things that you can do and things that are going to help you. I'm always here. info@jrastudios.com. Just send me a note if you want. I love the fact that you've invested time. Please join us again. And thank you for spending time with us. I'm just learning this thing. You can't hear the training wheels squeak much anymore, but stay with me. There's some really good things I've got planned, and enjoy the journey.